20 plants that heal more than you imagine. Have you ever stopped to think that many plants that we see every day can help improve our health? We are not talking about expensive medicines or things that are hard to find. They are common plants that grow in gardens, pots, or even in the backyard. Some of them have been used for centuries to treat simple problems, such as headaches, poor digestion, or even insomnia. And the best part, they often work as well as pharmacy medicines, but without as many side effects. In this text, we are going to talk about 20 plants that may surprise you. They don't work miracles, but they help with everyday things, such as calming a cough, improving sleep, or even relieving a mild burn. Let's explain it in an easy way, with examples that everyone understands. You don't need to be an expert in plants or medicine to use these tips. You just need to know how to recognize the plant and understand how it can help. 1. Chamomile. Who has never had chamomile tea to relax? This little plant with white and yellow flowers is famous for calming the nerves. If you're feeling stressed after a long day, drinking chamomile tea before bed can help you fall asleep faster. It is also good for relieving mild stomach pain, especially in children. Just put a spoonful of dried flowers in hot water, strain, and drink. It's that simple. 2. Rosemary. Rosemary is not just used to season meat. It also helps improve memory and concentration. You know when you're studying and can't remember anything? Smelling some fresh rosemary or drinking weak tea can help. Furthermore, it is good for relieving muscle pain. If you've spent the day carrying weight or exercising, a rosemary bath can relax your muscles. 3. Mint. Mint is refreshing and great for stomach problems. If you've eaten too much and are feeling heavy, mint tea can help. It also helps improve breath and reduce nausea. Another tip: if you have a headache due to sinusitis, smelling mint can unclog your nose and relieve the pain. 4. Garlic. Garlic is a superfood. It helps lower blood pressure, fights flu and colds, and even improves blood circulation. If you have a stuffy nose, eating a raw garlic clove, yes, raw, can help clear it up. It is also good for those with high cholesterol. But be careful, raw garlic is strong, so if you don't like the taste, you can take it in capsules, which are sold in pharmacies. 5. Ginger. Ginger is another powerful ally. It is great for motion sickness, whether in a car, on a plane, or even during pregnancy. If you have a sore throat, ginger tea with honey can soothe the irritation. It also helps improve digestion and reduce inflammation. To make the tea, simply grate a small piece of ginger and place it in hot water. If you want, sweeten with honey. 6. Aloe vera. Aloe vera. Aloe vera is famous for helping with skin healing. If you've burned in the sun or cut your finger, applying aloe vera gel can relieve pain and help your skin recover faster. It is also good for hydrating your hair. But be careful, only use the transparent gel from the inside of the sheet. The green part of the leaf can irritate the skin. 7. Lemon balm. Lemon balm is another plant that calms. If you are anxious or having trouble sleeping, a tea of it can help. It is also good for relieving gas and colic. The flavor is mild and reminiscent of lemon, which is why many people like it. It's a great option to take at the end of the day, when you want to relax. 8. Calendula. Calendula is an orange flower that helps heal wounds and soothe skin irritation. If you have a rash, a mosquito bite, or even a mild burn, applying calendula ointment or oil can help. It is also used in creams for dry or irritated skin. 9. Boldo. Boldo is known to help the liver. If you've overindulged in food or drink, Boldo tea can ease the feeling of a heavy stomach. It also helps improve digestion and reduce gas. But be careful, Boldo should not be used for a long time, as it can overload the liver. 10. Arnica. Arnica is famous for relieving muscle pain and bruises. If you've hit your arm or leg and it's bruised, applying arnica ointment can help reduce swelling and pain. It's also good for light twists. But be careful, arnica should not be used on open wounds or broken skin. 11. Basil. Basil is not just a delicious seasoning. It also helps relieve headaches and improve digestion. If you have a bad stomach, basil tea can help. It is also good for calming coughs. Just boil some leaves in water and drink. 12. Dandelion. Dandelion is a plant that many people think is a weed, but it is great for detoxifying the body. It helps the liver to work better and is also good for those who have fluid retention. The leaves can be used in salads or teas. It is a safe and easy to find plant. 13. Sage. Sage is good for memory and relieving sore throats. If you have an irritated throat, gargling with sage tea may help. It is also used to reduce excessive sweating. It's a strong plant, so you don't need to use a lot of it. 14. Losna wormwood is a bitter plant that helps improve digestion and fight worms. If you have a heavy stomach or gas, wormwood tea can relieve it. But be careful, it is very strong, so it should not be used for a long time or in large quantities. 15. Lemongrass, Cedrera. Lemongrass is great for calming and relieving headaches. It also helps improve digestion and reduce gas. The tea is easy to make. Just boil the leaves in water and drink. The smell is pleasant and reminiscent of lemon, which is why many people like it. 16. Nettle is a plant that many people avoid because it burns the skin, but it is great for relieving joint pain and allergies. If you have rheumatism or arthritis, nettle tea may help. It is also good for those who have anemia, because it is rich in iron. But be careful, don't touch the fresh plant, as it can cause irritation. 17. Aruda rue is a strong plant that helps relieve headaches and menstrual cramps. It is also used to ward off insects. But be careful, rue should not be used by pregnant women, as it can cause problems. It should also not be used in large quantities. 18. Guaco is famous for helping to relieve coughs and respiratory problems. If you have bronchitis or asthma, guaco syrup can help improve your breathing. It is also good for relieving sore throats. It is easy to find in compounding pharmacies. 19. Mauve mallow is a gentle plant that helps soothe throat and skin irritations. If you have a sore throat, gargling with mallow tea may help. It is also good for relieving diaper rash and skin irritation. 20. Fennel is great for relieving colic and gas. If you have a stomach ache or gas after eating, anise tea can help. It is also good for calming and improving digestion. It is a safe plant and can be used by children. How to use these plants? Now that you know these 20 plants, you may be wondering, how do I use them in everyday life? Most of them can be used in teas, ointments, or even salads. Here are some simple tips. Teas. To make tea, simply place a tablespoon of the dried plant, or some fresh leaves, in a cup of hot water. Let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes, strain, and drink. If you want, sweeten with honey. Ointments. Some plants, such as arnica and calendula, are sold in ready-made ointments. You can find it in pharmacies or health food stores. Compresses. To relieve pain or skin irritation, you can make compresses. Just boil the plant in water, wet a clean cloth and apply it to the affected area. Salads. Plants such as dandelion and mint can be used in salads. They give a different flavor and also help your health. Important precautions. Despite being natural, these plants are not harmless. Some of them can cause problems if used incorrectly. Here are some precautions. Don't overdo it. Even safe plants, such as chamomile, can cause problems if used in excess. Avoid mixtures. Do not mix several plants without knowing if they match. Some can cancel out each other's effects or even cause bad reactions. Pregnant women and children. Pregnant women and young children should avoid some plants, such as rue and boldo. Always consult a doctor before use. Allergies. If you have never used a plant before, test a small amount to see if it does not cause allergies. Open wounds. Do not use plants on open wounds or broken skin, unless advised by a professional. When to see a doctor. Plants can help with mild problems, but they do not replace a doctor. If you have a high fever, severe pain, or any symptom that does not improve, seek professional help. It is also important to remember that some plants can interact with medicines. If you take medication, talk to your doctor before using any medicinal plants. Conclusion: medicinal plants are a natural and accessible way to take care of your health. They don't work miracles, but they can help with simple everyday problems, such as headaches, poor digestion, or insomnia. The cool thing is that many of them are easy to find and use. You can grow some at home, such as mint, rosemary, or chamomile, and always have a natural remedy on hand. But remember, the secret is in balance. Use plants in moderation, respect precautions, and, when necessary, seek medical advice. This way, you can enjoy the best of nature without taking any risks. Try including some of these plants in your routine and see how they can make a difference to your well-being. Now that you know some of the most powerful plants for health, let's talk about how to use them in everyday life in a practical way. Many of them can be consumed in teas, seasonings, or even applied to the skin, depending on the problem. For example, if you suffer from gas or poor digestion, a cup of boldo or mint tea after lunch can immediately relieve it. Ginger, in addition to being great for nausea, Also helps warm the body on cold days. Just grate a small piece into soup or juice. For those who have difficulty sleeping, drinking chamomile or passion fruit tea before bed can relax and improve sleep quality. Other plants are great for skin care. Aloe vera, for example, is famous for soothing sunburn and moisturizing dry hair. Just cut a leaf, remove the gel and apply directly. Rosemary, in addition to seasoning food, can be used in compresses to relieve muscle pain. Just boil the leaves in water, let it cool and place a damp cloth on the painful area. The coolest thing is that many of these plants can be grown in small pots, even in apartments. A basil plant in the kitchen, for example, in addition to giving dishes a special flavor, helps ward off mosquitoes. Sage, in turn, can be used to gargle when the throat is irritated. But be careful. Even though they are natural, some plants do not combine with certain medications or health conditions. For example, anyone taking medication for high blood pressure should avoid garlic in large quantities, as it can lower blood pressure too much. Arnica, which is great for wounds, should not be used on open wounds, only on bruises. The ideal is to start slowly, testing one plant at a time and observing how your body reacts. If you experience any discomfort, stop use and consult a professional. Remember, plants are allies, but they do not replace medical treatment when the problem is more serious. How about choosing one or two of these plants and trying them out in your routine? It could be tea before bed, a different seasoning in your food, or even a home remedy for nagging pain. Nature offers simple solutions, and often what we need is right within our reach. Now that you know some precautions, let's talk about plants that can help with everyday problems that you might not even imagine. Many of them are in your kitchen or in your backyard, waiting to be used. Chamomile, for example, is not just for calming. In addition to helping you sleep, it relieves stomach pain and even menstrual cramps. Just make a tea with the dried flowers and drink it warm. If you have anxiety or feel nervous before a test or meeting, a cup of chamomile tea can be a great ally. Another powerful plant is boldo. Who has never heard that it is good for the liver? And truth. It helps digestion after a heavy meal and relieves that feeling of a full stomach. But be careful, don't overdo it, because too much can irritate your stomach. A cup of tea after lunch is enough. And the ginger. Many people only use it to season food, but it is an incredible natural remedy. If you are feeling nauseous, whether due to travel or pregnancy, chewing a small piece of fresh ginger or drinking a cup of ginger tea can help. It is also great for colds and flu, as it warms the body and soothes a sore throat. A tip: grate a little ginger into lemon tea with honey to enhance the effect. Mint is not just for flavoring chamarau or juice. It helps relieve gas, headaches, and even nausea. If you have irritable bowel syndrome, mint tea can calm your symptoms. And if you have bad breath, chewing a fresh leaf gives you instant refreshment. And who knew that aloe vera, or aloe vera, does more than moisturize your hair? The gel that comes out of the leaf is great for light burns, insect bites, and even for soothing the skin after a lot of sun. Just cut the leaf in half, remove the gel and apply it to your skin. But remember, never use the yellow part of the leaf, only the clear gel. Another plant worth having around is the marigold. It is known to help heal wounds and treat diaper rash. If you have sensitive skin or suffer from irritation, a calendula cream or ointment can be a relief. You can also make tea with the flowers and use it as a compress on minor injuries. And we can't forget lemon balm, which is delicious in tea and works wonders for those with insomnia or stress. It relaxes the body and mind, making it a great option to take before bed. If you have palpitations due to anxiety, a little tea can help calm you down. Finally, sage is a plant that many people don't know about, but which has several uses. It helps relieve sore throats, can be used as a mouthwash for canker sores, and even improves memory. Sage tea is easy to make. Just boil the leaves in water for a few minutes and drink. The cool thing is that many of these plants can be grown at home, even in small pots. This way, you always have a natural remedy at hand. But remember, even though they are natural, they are not miraculous. If the problem persists, see a doctor. How about starting with a plant you already know? It could be mint tea to soothe your stomach or a small piece of ginger to ward off nausea. Small changes make a difference, and the best thing is that you don't need to spend a lot to take care of your health in a simple and natural way. Here are some more powerful plants that you can have at home and that do much more than most people imagine. Aloe vera, for example, is famous for helping to heal burns and moisturize the skin, but few people know that its gel also soothes the itch of mosquito bites and even helps treat dandruff. Just cut a leaf, Remove the gel and apply it to the area. Additionally, some people use aloe vera juice to relieve heartburn, but it is important not to overdo it, as too much can loosen the intestines. Another common plant is rosemary. It's not just for seasoning food. Rosemary tea can improve digestion, relieve headaches, and even boost memory. Just boil some leaves in water and drink. You can also use rosemary essential oil in massages to relieve muscle pain, but always diluted in another oil, such as coconut. And who has never heard of rue? It is known for warding off bad energy, but in health it also has its tricks. A bath with rue can help relieve joint pain and even fight lice. But be careful. It is strong and should not be used in excess, especially by pregnant women. Chamomile is another favorite. Everyone knows that it calms and helps you sleep, but did you know that it also relieves menstrual cramps and skin irritations? Warm chamomile tea can be used to wash eyes when they are red or swollen, for example. And the boldo. This plant is great for those who overindulge in food or drink. Boldo tea helps the liver work better and relieves that heavy stomach feeling. But be careful, it's not to be taken every day, only when you really need it. Many of these plants grow easily in pots or gardens. Rosemary, for example, likes the sun and doesn't need a lot of water. Aloe vera does well in hot and dry places. The important thing is to choose a corner with light and water in the right amount. If you're just starting out, a good idea is to plant one at a time and test the benefits. For example, if you suffer from insomnia, try chamomile tea before bed. If you have stomach problems, boldo can be an ally. The cool thing is that, little by little, you will discover what works best for you. But remember, plants help, but they do not replace a doctor. If you experience something more serious, such as a high fever, severe pain, or any symptom that does not go away, seek professional help. The ideal is to use these natural remedies as a complement, not as the only solution. Another tip is to observe how your body reacts. Some people may be allergic to certain plants, so start with small amounts and see if there are any strange reactions. And never use unknown plants without first researching or asking someone who understands the subject. Over time, you will realize that having a green corner at home is not only beautiful, but also very useful. And the best part, you save money and still take care of your health in a simple and natural way. How about starting today? Choose a plant, plant it, and see how it can make a difference in your daily life.